So tonight, let's just get this going. We have a very special guest. They reached out to me, which usually we have to reach out to get our guests, but no, not this time. They reached out to us, so I thought that was super cool. So yeah, tonight we're going to have Daniel Phillips from the North Texas Facial Hair Society. They're going to be putting on their very first competition Saturday, July 16th at 6 o'clock at the Crum Box. It is titled The Big Bend. No, not the Big Bend, just regular Big Bend Beard Off. From Tallahassee, Florida, we have Daniel Phillips. What's going on, buddy?
Muted. Your microphone is muted, sir.
You have to unmute yourself.
There he is.
I did it. I already messed up.
You're all right. You're fine. No one's even watching.
Right.
Megan Vickers is here.
Wow.
Phillips. Any relation? Do you guys know each other?
Yeah, she's my sister-in-law.
No.
Yep.
You're stacking the guests, you're the people in here. You're stacking the chat room. I love it. All these people are Pensacola. It's not embarrassing.
She said embarrassing.
It's not embarrassing.
You sound like the coach from Letterkenny.
Yeah, but he's always playing basketball.
Yeah, it's a funny show. I like it a lot.
See? Embarrassing.
I know. That's embarrassing.
There's another word in front of it, though.
I've never watched Letters to Kenny before.
That's a good show. It's very dry humor. You should check it out, though.
Yeah, you should, Aaron.
Scott's been saying for years that I should watch it, and just the more I'm told that I should do something, makes me not want to do it.
Colby Cheese Bass says, "She is my sugar daddy."
Are you Colby Bass's sugar daddy?
Apparently so.
Oh my God, Daniel, you're a famous guy down there in Tallahassee. So let's get this going. So, what got you into the beard community? And then we'll just lead that into why on earth you wanted to start a beard club.
Well, growing facial hair has been pretty easy on my behalf. I know a lot of people can't say that, but it all kind of stemmed with my brother and I. We were watching Netflix and saw the Whisker Wars on there, and we loved the show, and so it kind of got us interested in trying to find out, if there's anything near us that we could go and check out. And so it happens by the time we were done watching the series, there was the Nationals up in Richmond.
Okay.
And we told the ladies that, we're going to go take a road trip and we're going to go check this thing out. And yeah, we went there, had a great time, and came back and bragged to our wives about, how great everything was, and the fellowship that comes with it's real nice. And I've always wanted to try to get something here in the community that, to get more involved and get people together based on, shared beliefs of, growing facial hair and, building a good network between everyone and, doing all these positive things.
But that seems to be the consensus for everyone that, goes to competition, starts clubs, it's all for, all for all those things. So that's good. No, you go.
No, you go.
No, it's your turn.
Okay. We the closest one to us after kind of doing some research is about 2.5, 3 hours. You got one over in Jacksonville. My brother and I just went to the St. Patrick's Day competition with the first host. And
I was there.
Yeah, yep. And we also saw that another one was over in Pensacola and down towards the Orange area, Orlando. So we just figured the Big Bend area is pretty popular, but being the capital, having a college town and a bunch of tourists, we try to see what we can scrounge up and try to do what we can to help the community.
How did you stumble upon Whisker Wars?
My brother, actually, he came across it and got me watching it, and we didn't realize, like, kind of everyone that we kind of asked to join here in town didn't believe that there was really that big of a community of bearded men that would go to competitions, and so they just kind of stemmed from there.
So this venue, the Crum Box, how involved are they your competition stuff? Are they excited that y'all wanted to come have it there? Or how did that all come together?
Oh, the owner is really excited. He's one of he's stationed in Railroad Square, which has been around since the 70s in Tallahassee for the art community. It's kind of the foundation of all the major art events and odds and ends. So this guy typically likes to host kind of off the wall, activities and shows. And we went up to him one day, my daughter actually was on there not too long ago dancing on his stage, and I went up to the owner and asked him, "Hey, how would you like to have a beard show competition at your restaurant?" He's like, "Oh man, that'd be great. I'm sure this area would really dig it." And so we started talking to him over the course of a couple of months and got something scheduled. The show being on July 16th. He's just really eager to have us come out and have a great show and do his part to help the community and the Railroad Square. We got a couple of local vendors in the Railroad Square, helping out with the show, and so we're just trying to get everyone together.
Bill White wrote that he competed in the East Coast Championships a few years back, and thanks for bringing, or I think he's saying bringing a competition to Tallahassee. So
yes,
that Bill White, he's just a great guy. Now this competition that you're putting together, kind of as you were talking about brotherhood and doing things for people. Obviously, there's a charity involved with it. Tell us a little bit about the charity you guys picked for this event and how you guys came about finding them.
Well, we're doing the show in cahoots with the Hay and Tough Foundation. We're just, we teamed up with them to want to raise money and awareness for their foundation. They're very big here in Tallahassee. It's a local owned charity. Their group helps families with disabilities or children with disabilities, helping anywhere with anything with electric bills, speech services, equipment, any type of medical needs that these families would have for their children to help them along. It was just this past year and a half ago, they've served over 2,200 families here with the children, and they're a huge asset to our community. We came across them through a lady at my wife's work. Her son has a disability, and my wife and I believe do anything we can to help children out. So we figured we reached out to them and said, "Hey, how would you like to be a co-host with our off the wall beer competition?" It's like, "Oh, that'd be great, something different and something new." And we're actually hopefully here in the fall as well, do a Santa Claus thing with them as well. So we already kind of have that going planned. So that's about the gist.
Does your venue, do you think they're going to have anything special for y'all planned that night? Have you talked about anything like that?
As far as
like the venue, I assume they're a restaurant and bar of some sort. So I didn't know if they were going to have like drink specials or anything like that night.
Yes, it's actually inside of an old rail car that was here in Tallahassee in the 70s. It used to be up at an actual McDonald's. It's like a caboose, and you used to be able to have birthday parties and such, and it got moved over to the art district as a historic part of Tallahassee, and he happened to make it into a restaurant. So that's a caboose that's with a stage outside and seating, and he's planning to help sell local beers and from around the community, and donating some proceeds from his sales. So we're at the show. We're going to have live music, which again, as one of the band members, her son is the band Walker Crossing, where her son has Down syndrome, and like I said, she helped us with this, guide us to this foundation. So, so he's just letting us, use a lot of different type of resources he can provide, but mainly being a food restaurant, the proceeds have to come from just general sales of merchandise.
Well, it's really nice that the venue itself is getting behind your event, and it seems like that's really important, because the more people that the venue can bring in, that means the more money they're going to make, and it means more money that the charity is going to make. So I always think that's really important that the actual venue is behind this event. You know what I mean? Not necessarily like, okay, yeah, cool, you can come do it here, but like they're actually excited about trying to help you get people there. That's
yeah. Being in this district, this art district, it has a lot of foot traffic, so you will have a lot of passerbys, regardless, that are going to stop by. Hopefully they'll help him out by coming in and get a drink or two, and either just sitting there, or maybe we'll get some, walk by, competitors.
That's right.
So what is what is your registration price, and what is your door price for just spectators?
Well, the categories we have on our Facebook event page, if they want to be checked out by anyone, we're having pre-registration for $15, and then at the door it starts at $4.30, which would be $20 in person. You could email us at North Florida Facial Hair Society at gmail.com to pre-register, and we'll get it taken care of and take down your name. Again, any type of walk-ins will be fine. If we don't have a category, we'll try to fit everyone in, kind of slip them into it, or add an additional category once, the show starts or before it starts. And
yeah, well, as you can see, we have the list of all the categories right on the screen here. Just the stash, natural beard under 6, natural beard styled stash, corporate 5 o'clock shadow, craft women's, natural beards over 6, freestyle, and partial. Partial is the best category. I like you put it at the bottom though,
because it's a showstopper. Everybody knows you save the best for last, and that's why partial is last, because it's the best.
So speaking of partial, why haven't you decided to go partial yet, Daniel? What's with the full beard?
Man, I like it the way it looks. I don't want to. I'm trying to actually go up my stash a little. Got to curl it a little.
It looks good.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I did have a beard down further, but I had chopped it up to kind of take off some weight.
Take off some weight. That's it. It's like, I need to lose some weight. I'm cutting this beard.
That's right. It was all the beard fall. Nothing down here.
There's 6 ounces off the old.
Just way too gosh darn hot down here in Tallahassee during this time of year. I got to take a little bit off so I can,
I'm about to say, we've got some sweltering heat lately. We about 113 the other day.
Woo.
With heat index. So
Megan says, "Come for the band, stay for the bearded men."
There you go. Megan knows what's up.
Peggy wants to say you need room for those beards. I don't know what that means, but Peggy does.
All right. So Daniel, do you have anything set up for Friday night for like a pre-party, or Sunday like morning for some type of brunch or anything? Or are you just pretty much just Saturday competitions all y'all are going to do?
Well, with this being our first, we're trying to take it lightly, kind of feel what the crowd's going to be, and don't want to kind of give over any type of anticipation for any other outside vendor that may or may not happen. And so as we plan, my brother and I, we've been to a couple, nationals, and we love coming early. We're going to go up to the Wyoming this year as well.
Nice.
And, we hope as we get a bigger crowd, this time around, that maybe we can plan with some local restaurants and pubs, what have you, to try to get, more of a crowd. Right now, we're just trying to fill out, since, again, this is our first event, what kind of numbers we're looking at before we start, going overzealous with anything.
So it's like your practice or your dry run of competition for next year will be the big bad one. This year's like your practice one.
Yeah, we're just trying to get it, trying to get a feel. And like I said, hopefully if it's a good turnout, we have an amphitheater here that we're going to look into that normally has a bunch of food trucks, and there's restaurants that overlook the amphitheater. It's at a park. So that'll be the goal.
Well, Aaron and sorry, Aaron and I were talking earlier about, having you on the show. We were really excited about the fact that a new club is coming out in an area where there hasn't been a club.
That's right.
And, it's really exciting for us because, I mean, we've been having our fingers in the community for the past 10, like a ball of dough. But I mean, having been involved in the bearding community for over a decade now, you kind of get to know all the different clubs, all the different pockets, all the different areas of the country where stuff's going on. And, it's nice to see that, because honest to God, it's been a while since we've actually got to talk to a new club or a new group of people that are actually, kind of starting from scratch and building a club and building a community in an area and trying to plan an event and, just trying to learn and trying to move forward and, build the community even stronger and bigger, because, hopefully with your event, you're going to open a lot of people in the community's eyes and be like, wow, this is really great, and then they meet you, talk to you and find out that, yeah, this is, we get together like once a month and, have club meetings and discuss different things about, getting ready for our competition next year and all the different things. So, I mean, I commend you for, putting the effort forward and the foresight to do this. I mean, it's very commendable of you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, my wife and I are just trying to get things rolling, and hopefully, this turns out to be a great thing and do a lot of good things for the community. And everyone we've approached, they get that first like, whoa, what's this person doing? So you got to lead off. Oh man, that's a great beard. And you're like, oh, thanks. You kind of feel them out. And, if they get the response where it's not like a weirdo, you kind of can give them shoot them a card and tell them, what purpose we are. And, every time I tell them, oh, we have a competition coming up, like, oh, no way, that's great. So, like I said, hopefully, we're expecting a pretty good turnout, and hopefully we just can keep on growing from here. So
yeah, it's
we're already about 100 or so members on our club over the past month and a half or so, and everyone's excited. We're excited.
Heck yeah.
That's impressive. So what other than, I mean, I know we're here to talk about this event, but as you say, you're a newer club and you've already got a bunch of members in your club. What is your plan for the year for the club? Like, what kind of things do you plan on doing over the next 6, 7, 8 months? Like, are you guys planning on doing like small community things, other than just the beard competition, or like traveling in groups to other competitions? I mean, what kind of things do you have planned for the club?
Yes, I mean, hopefully over the next couple of months, as hopefully we grow, I would love to be able to kind of go in little droves to, not local, I guess, within driving distance competitions, kind of start getting our name out into a couple of these other places with other clubs, so we can have other clubs wanting to come to help out or, join our shows. And, again, with the Hang Tough right now, we have a plan to do some Santa photos, and we actually have a local gym here that's going to be doing some Highland games here in the next couple months. Hopefully have a booth there. And as far as community, we kind of still in the juvenile age of just trying to figure out, what other community things we can do. We'll probably look into doing something with Toys for Tots, or I don't know, maybe doing something with some local animal shelters, try to do some type of drive for food or.
Yeah, I mean, so it's all about just getting out there and doing whatever you can to help the community. And I mean, it definitely sounds like you definitely got some good things to build on. Go, do some Santa stuff, go do some petting the dogs and whatever stuff or whatever they got y'all doing. But that's cool, dude. Like, I'm glad that you got, a new club and y'all are all excited about it, and you're hopefully do big fun stuff down there in Tallahassee.
I hope so, and I hope it grows to be, a decent sized club and have a decent impact with our local community, as well as pushing through to the state itself. You know, I want to be known when we come to the nationals as part of, you know, a decent sized group and that has, you know, good worth in our community and has, you know, some awesome beardage, you know, and be able to represent the state of Florida, you know. So
yeah, I mean, because Florida seems to be pretty sparse for clubs. I mean, we have some bearded villain chapters down there, and then some just other sporadic. I mean, Aaron, off the top of your head.
Yes, I know there's the mob's got a Florida chapter, but they've kind of been a little quiet lately. There's 3 or 4 different villain chapters. I know there's Bomb Squad down in Miami that's hasn't done anything since I think like 2018 ish. So I mean, Florida's a big area, and Orlando Facial Hair Club, they're a decent sized little group there in Orlando, and they haven't really done anything lately either. So there's a lot of dormant clubs down in Florida, and I'm glad to see one that's trying to get out and be new and exciting and do some stuff. So I'm really rooting for y'all because I love Florida and any excuse to go down there. So I hope y'all succeed and you know, let me come down to Florida and hang out with y'all.
Yeah, sounds great. That'll be a goal of ours to have y'all come out and, you know, help host with us and, you know, be able to get y'all's name out because a lot of people here in Tallahassee obviously aren't very familiar with y'all, which, you know, we'll try to get some of our, you know, contestants and competitors and group members more aware of some well-known products, you know, get them all getting the good stuff so they can be looking amazing, you know.
Well, and we'll do our part to help promote your event. I mean, if there's, I mean, because we this gets out in front of lots of people, and we said, well, this interview will go up on YouTube as a separate video, other than what comes out as the live show, and other than what comes out as the podcast. So, I mean, it's good information to send to your like local newspapers, or like post on local webs or local Facebook pages to let people know about the event and stuff like that. So that's the nice thing about having you on so many weeks before the event, is you're going to have a lot of time to hopefully use what we're doing with you right now to help promote the event and try to get more people interested and informed about you, the club, and the event.
Yeah, for sure. We really appreciate y'all being able to fit us in. You know, it's a busy schedule, so
we appreciate you
to be on it. So.
Well, we appreciate you for number one, starting this club, and number two, having this event for sure. Like we said, it's so nice to like see new people getting involved in the community, new people starting clubs and filling voids in areas where, you know, there needs to be something going on.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, we figured, you know, paying Big Ben, you know, we can get some from the, you know, we're about 5 or 10 minutes from the state line of Georgia, and, you know, about right in the middle between, you know, Pensacola and Jacksonville. So
and there's not really a club in Georgia either. I mean, Savannah has had a club, or they do, but they haven't really done anything. Atlanta.
You talking about the Bearded Peachmen of Georgia?
Yeah. Well, they don't do anything.
I started that club right now.
And then Atlanta Facial Hair Society, they don't really do anything. So I mean, you're in a good spot down there, that close to Georgia, being in Florida. Like you could definitely attract a good bit of people. So I'm looking forward to see what y'all do. Definitely rooting for y'all.
Yeah, sure. Jeff Harris. The name of the club is the North Florida Facial Hair Society.
Yep. Get up on it.
So back to the competition real quick. We're about out of time, but I just wanted to see if you wanted to spit off some judges' names or MC names or anything like that before you dipped here.
You don't need to spit. You could just say them if you want.
You could just say regular if you want.
I'm gonna just lick my lips a little hard. The MC we have is a local radio personality as well as a musician himself. His name is Jason Taylor.
Cool.
He was referred to us by another member. Our judges are from local sponsored barber places such as Burn the Breeze, Metro Barber, and Hair Folks, which Hair Folks is within the Railroad Square. area. So we're trying to have the barbers that help sponsor the show be part of the judges, and
Makes
myself
sense.
will probably either be in there judging, or we thought about having some other, we have maybe having one of the hang tough people that have a beard come in there and judge for us. So we're just trying to, we'll have a couple of judges, but I know for sure about at least 4. The majority of them will be from the local barbers.
Hey, you're keeping it all local, so that makes it easy on travel and stuff for all those guys. So, I mean, making it a good local first event, I think it's super smart.
Yeah, I mean, we would love to have, again, some people out of state eventually, we can have judge for us, but I don't think we're quite there yet. So
I think you would. I think you're definitely there. You definitely 100% could have done some reaching out and got some traveling beard people for your judges if you really wanted to. But I think the way you're doing it your first year is incredibly smart. Got a local MC that's on the radio. You got some local barbers. You've got your venue that's wanting to work with you. You're going out and about to the community with cards, inviting people to your event, telling you about your club. For doing this for a year, you've got the recipe down. So don't stop doing what you're doing.
You're playing the game very smart, which is really good.
You're not trying to bite off more than you can chew in your first year. You're not trying to do 42 events. You're like, we're doing the competition. We're keeping it local. Next year, we'll see where we're at. Super smart. Super, super smart.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, not a problem, Daniel. Is there anything you want to add? You want to tell anybody additional about your event or anything about that you just want people to know? This is your time to shine. This is your opportunity.
No, we're just looking for some more competitors. Please reach out to us and try to come be part of our great show. We'll have, again, live music. This first competition's very family friendly. Bring the family out with them, and we just want to ensure that everyone has a great time, and that we can help our charity, the Hang Tough Foundation, and just have a blast and have something to represent Tallahassee with, and make it memorable.
All right.
One last question I gotta ask. Grab that pinhole camera that's right behind you. I want to see that thing.
Oh, I was like, what?
Is this what you're talking about?
Yep. Yeah. That is a beautiful camera.
Well, my wife actually does photography on the side, so she saw this in an antique store and had to have it. I'm not sure what brand it is, but
yeah, no, I'm because I'm like, look, as I was looking behind you, I see the other one that's like right behind your head too, on the third shelf up. It looks exactly, because I have a shelf, and then there's another one back there. Wow, you're just like me. I got all these old cameras just sitting on shelves everywhere.
We just, my wife likes the antique shop and such, but
those are cool, dude.
Yeah, like I said, she does photography and such, so she's really into all her different types of cameras. Really These are books that were passed down from family and such. So
that's cool. Well, I saw that, and I was like, I had to ask, because I got actually those cameras that you have there, I have the same ones, so it was just really cool. It's always cool to meet someone else who has the same interests and stuff like that too. So, and you like to read, according to all those books.
He likes to collect books. That's good.
I like books, yeah.
They smell nice.
They make everything look good and smell good.
There you go.
All right, Daniel. Well, thank you so much for being with us tonight. We wish you the absolute best of luck with this. Let us know when the event's over, how it all went. As you can see, if you want any information on the event, North Florida Facial Hair Society at gmail.com. That's where you can get more information, or just do a search on Facebook and you can find out more about the event.
Thank you, Daniel. I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I hope it turns out to be a great one.
I think it will, dude. I think you've got it down. So just keep digging and you'll be fine.
I really appreciate it.
All right, man. You have a good night.
See you, Daniel.
See you.